Hi, boys and girls. Today we're going to listen to a musical fairy tale called Peter and the Wolf. It's written by composer Sergei Prokofiev, and he wrote both the music and the text. And the book is going to be accompanied by a symphony orchestra from New York. So let's take a look. Each character in this musical fairy tale are played by a specific instrument of the orchestra. So we see here is Peter, and his character played by the violin and all the strings of the orchestra. Here's the bird, which is played by the flute. Here's the dog, played by the oboe. The cat, played by the clarinet. The grandfather, played by the bassoon. The wolf, played by the French horn. And the hunters, and they're played by kettle drums and the big bass drum. So here's our musical fairy tale. Let's listen. Early one morning, while his grandfather was still dreaming of an angel and bear and runaway bull, Peter tiptoed from their cottage out into the garden and past the fat duck, who blinked sleepily at him. Peter quietly opened the gate and skipped out into the wide green meadow. A little bird was perched on a branch of a big tree near the garden wall. He was Peter's friend. "Good morning, Peter," chirped the bird gaily. "What a fine day!" When the duck saw Peter had not closed the gate, she rose herself and began waddling out of the garden and into the meadow. How nice to start the day with a swim in my very own pond, she thought. The little bird and the dog were friends, but sometimes they liked to tease each other. Today the bird flew down onto the grass and said to the dog, "What kind of bird are you if you can't swim?" And she splashed noisily into the pond. The two argued back and forth, the duck splashing and swimming in the pond, the bird fluttering and hopping along the pond's edge. "You can't fly," tweeted the bird. "You can't swim," quacked the duck. Suddenly, Peter, who was watching the duck and the bird argue, saw his cat sneaking through the tall grass. "Oh, how I love little birds," thought the cat. "And this one is so busy arguing. I'll just grab him and start my day with a lovely breakfast." "Look out!" shouted Peter. The bird instantly flew off to the big tree by the garden wall, while the duck quacked angrily at the cat from the middle of the pond. Meanwhile, Peter's grandfather was up and about and wondering where Peter was. He came stomping through the garden gate and out to the meadow. "How many times must I tell you not to go into the meadow alone?" he scolded. "And always close the gate. What would you do if a wolf came out of the forest?" Peter said, "I'm not afraid of wolf." "Silly boy, a wolf is dangerous," said grandfather, as he led Peter back to the garden, locked the gate, and went into his cottage. And we are going to continue this story next time I see you.